We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the All Sports Minded Podcast. I am your boy, Mr. Day 2 himself, aka Poppy Ortiz 02, better known as Amir Sharaz Ortiz. Thank you for joining us on another edition of the All Sports Matters Podcast. How y'all doing? It's been a long week. Lots of interesting news when it comes to sports this week. I am going to name this show Out with the Old, In with the New. For those of you who don't know what's going on out there, that's pretty much been the premise of this week. But before I get carried away and talking, I'm going to bring my brothers on board, Mr. JB himself. What is going on?
Yo, what's good? As you can see from the headlines, we doing big things in the year of Kobe. And like you said, we got everything new. Everything is new. That's what we saying. And we here. What's good?
We are good. I see you suns out, guns out, blazing tonight. I know you rocking your jersey, even though the Lakers are struggling. I know that's team number 2B for you or 1B. But
no, it's 2B. It's 2B. You're right.
To be or not to be.
To be or not to be.
Hey, when we're talking about to be or not to be, we know that the chef is going to bring the food. He ain't to be to nobody. Mr. Chef, what is going on?
Well. What's going on, good people? Hopefully everybody's doing great. Hopefully everybody's having a wonderful Friday.
He mixing them taters and them coaches.
You know me, I'm out here trying to get it, people.
Hey, we got to do what we got to do. Cut them taters. I'm going to get right back to you in a minute once I bring on Mr. Eating Chef Boyardee himself. I don't know what he's eating. But Mr. Fleck, what is going on? Please don't eat in our ear right now. Welcome back to another is that porridge? What'd you say?
Get your smack on.
He's eating porridge?
Not sweet porridge.
Hey, y'all see his headline. Make love, not war, people.
I didn't know. I didn't know what was going on. What was in the bowl? I didn't know if a blonde lady was going to walk around eating the rest of that porridge. And I don't know how the story goes. I haven't read a book in a while. But,
I don't get fed, so I have to get it in however I can get it in.
I wouldn't say
who out here getting fed? What's happening?
Where did this get fed come in?
Well, I mean, Rob, you're the chef of your house.
I mean, I feed myself. I am. How I am.
All the time.
Amir has Tati. You have Jess.
Just don't just be feeding me though.
I'm trying to get to the comments. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Mr. Derek Bilbo bringing the shenanigans right off the rip.
Shenanigans.
We're not going to acknowledge
that
right now.
My little brother at shenanigans.
So we're going to acknowledge that he is Mr. Shenanigans, but we're not going to acknowledge what was said at the moment because we're going to get there. We'll get there. We got playoff predictions. It's playoff weekend, folks. But before we can get ahead of ourselves, we got to look back to what happened this past week. Before we get to the hirings and firings and goings and comings and retirements and all that, we had an NCAA championship game. Can we talk about what we learned? Yes, predictions were made. Predictions were correct. What did we learn? Was Michael Penix overrated? Were Washington just a one-trick pony? Or was the fix in the bag the entire time for Michigan in the season they had, giving the circumstances? Talk to me.
Can I go first?
I don't think any of that was true. Penix, he's good. He's gonna be fine.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go.
Go ahead.
Go.
You good, bro. Go ahead. Keep going. Keep
That
going.
Michigan defense they showed up. I mean, that they schemed for Michigan. I don't know what's going on right now. What's going on?
Nothing's going on. Go.
What did I miss?
Talk, fool.
I missed something. What did I miss?
I literally say, well, JB said, "Can I go first?" I said, "Go ahead, JB."
Oh, I didn't hear him. My bad. Go ahead, bro.
No, you're already going. Go.
Bro, you got
Continue.
My
Continue your thought. I'm gonna jump off. of you. Continue your
My
thought.
points will fit. Go ahead. I really didn't hear it. I'm sorry.
I know. That's why I said continue your thoughts, sir. I'm not worried.
They up here. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I'm kind of I forgot what I was gonna say. I was gonna say that it seemed like a lot of people that was out there playing for Washington, future Kansas City Chiefs, but I don't think Penix is overrated. I think that the lights was just a little bright. We all knew Harbaugh was going down there to win it and then say goodbye to college and go back to the pros. So I don't think Washington was overrated or anything like that. I don't think they weren't supposed to be there. I think they showed they were supposed to be there, but they just wasn't ready for the moment.
Fleck.
Are you sure? My turn. No, like I was saying though, Michigan defense showed up, man. They schemed. I honestly think Washington. I'm not going to take away. They had a great season. I'm not going to take that away from them. But I don't think they really played a complete team until they played Michigan. Texas, I think they were kind of overrated this year, and they got ran out the building. Michigan, they were a complete team. They did that without even having to really do anything in the passing game. They like physically dominated Washington, and I don't think Washington has had that type of team play against them this year.
The secondary play from Michigan was incredible. This playoff series, they have two corners, and their safeties were incredible. They played an incredible year this year, and they solidified it in the playoffs. So, hats off to them. Nothing but respect, and it was their year.
It definitely. You did say, I give credit is due. You did say the defense is going to be. I piggyback off of that. I said the defense had to make plays. I just didn't think they were going to make play after play after play. And defense definitely stout when it came to that championship game. I guess we'll piggyback from there where, the B is now gone because in shocking news, we all expected Belichick. We all expected the NFL coaches as they fell. All that was expected. But what was unexpected was Nick Saban saying, "Hey,
say it slow. The big chef's still crying now. His eyes still not dry."
That was a shocker to everybody, and I'm just going to throw out there that I believe the NIL, the transfer portal, has something to do with his decision making. He's we all know he's old school. That's my only 2 cents. I have nothing bad. I have nothing good. I am going to bring it to the Alabama Crimson Tide expertise in the panel. Desmond Robinson, Chef, give us your feelings.
So we all know when we were when I got the message from Fleck, he sent it and he said Saban's retiring, and the first thing out of my mouth was shut the hell up. You're a damn lie. You're gonna stop lying. And I was like, he literally just addressed the issue, the thoughts about him retiring. And then, sure enough, he showed the Adam Schefter post, and everything started flowing. And I was like, this can't be it. And initial shock had me in a state of sadness for a while. But the more I thought about it, he deserved to go out the way he went out, and it's on his own terms. He's given us more than anybody could ever ask from a head coach. He's only lost 29 total games since he's been at Alabama, and 6 of those came year one. So you talking about a guy who hadn't lost more than 2 games in 16 years. He brought 6 national championships to Alabama.
I need him tested for steroids.
I'm gonna go. Hold on, I'm gonna go right back to you, Big Rob. Does that have a lot to say that he had control over the system before the system changed?
I don't even. If you look at the way he evolved over the years, let's think about this. NIL came in 2022?
That's 2 years ago, yeah.
Yeah, but think about this. During COVID, he won a national championship and went undefeated.
That's bubble year. Nobody talks bubble year.
We don't count that.
I don't care what y'all talk about.
We don't count that.
You're gonna learn to accept that. I don't give a damn.
That don't count. That's an asterisk. That's an asterisk, sir. That don't count.
Look, as many asterisks as LSU got, you better.
Whoa! First of all, LSU ain't got but 4 championships. Don't sit there and say it.
But we ain't gonna go in there. We ain't going into.
We heard our phone.
Yeah. We're not talking to you because we already know you have criminals. You got criminals just like we all do. But in the end, I mean, the guy just he said it in his interview yesterday that he just couldn't give what he felt like he should give every game. Again, he couldn't promise kids that he was going to be there 2-3 years, and he just was mentally drained after this season. So. He deserved it.
I think you're skating past what we're alluding to. And
no, I heard what you said, but
it's not that he could give the person. That player is not going to be there. Alabama center hiked the ball the last play of the game and literally transferred a minute later.
Walked off the field as soon as he did it. Just walked off the field.
What are we talking about?
He walked out the stadium.
Who are y'all talking about?
The center for Alabama.
No,
he hiked the ball and walked out the stadium.
So let's talk, if you want to. So we're gonna peel that onion back. Dude literally messed up all season long. Dude had snapping issues from the jump.
All season.
So
I didn't see that.
You don't watch Bama football, so I'm not surprised. Anywho, I mean, he just literally it just wasn't working. Like when we played Texas, he missed 4 snaps in that game. We played LSU. He literally missed snap 2 times in that game. The Auburn game, he missed snap like 4 times in the Auburn game.
Let me get real quick, and I'm after I say what I said, I'm gonna have Mr. Porridge himself jump in here. So for me, I'm gonna go with the high first. I'm gonna praise Nick Saban what he did. I believe this season was the best year he did coaching. I'm being completely honest. For what they went through, the games that they struggled through, the games they didn't deserve to win, Nick Saban, to me, pulled a rabbit out of his ass.
His check's cleared.
I'm telling you. I'm going with the high. It was
I'm giving him props. This year was a masterclass in coaching. I'm sorry.
He did what he had to do. Now, on the flip side, it's public knowledge that he don't want nobody to get paid. Unless
that's not public knowledge.
Public knowledge.
Amir, I promise you, if you go do your research like you're supposed to do before you get on this podcast, this guy has literally been the forefront of players getting paid. What he doesn't want is the conglomerates that are outside of the organization trying to sway kids.
You just said that. You just said that. We're saying the same thing. We're saying the same thing because I did my due diligence, and that money always came from within, right? Now
it still should.
No, you can't say conglomerate. It can't.
So this is what I'm saying.
Nick Saban just mad that he's not the only one paying students now. That's what it is. That's what it is. And Fleck, your uncle is amazing. Let's go with that, Fleck. Your uncle amazing. Your uncle is amazing in these comments, by the way.
What he's saying is, what he's been saying is, like, for instance, A&M literally was bringing kids to the college and saying, look, if you come here, we'll pay you $50,000 or $100,000. Then you have kids coming on recruiting trips. Ohio State, Coach Day even said this, that a kid told him he's not coming to visit the school unless he gets $50,000 up front.
And you're right.
You have to regulate, and that's what Nick Saban's been saying. You have to get some type of parameters in place before this happens, because it's going to be complete chaos.
But guess what? All of this is already going on now, just public knowledge. You know, this is post Reggie Bush. Give Reggie Bush his Heisman back. I'm just saying.
Yes.
I don't understand why. I'm
all
for him getting his Heisman back.
He deserves his Heisman back. Somebody needs to hurry up and get.
All I'm saying is, all of this is now public knowledge. We knew that the donors. That's the word I was looking for earlier. The donors were the ones, you know, handling. It was out of Saban. It was out of Saban's hands. But trust me,
Saban was cutting checks. Saban been paying people, and he mad that he not the only one that's paying these kids now.
Don't bring us into your violation field season.
I mean,
violation
field. Before Neil, everybody was paying these players.
Yeah, I mean, it's been look, and I'm not going to sit up here and try to say that players weren't getting paid, because I'm just saying this. Derrick Henry is from the dirt poorest part of Florida. And I know in his junior year, he was riding around, I think it was a Hellcat or a Challenger or something.
He had something real extravagant.
So I'm not going to sit up here and be delusional and say that they probably aren't getting paid, because, they probably are getting paid.
Yeah, them NILs is ridiculous.
But NIL has created something now
to finish.
It's out of control.
Yeah.
To finish my point, on top of Saban being upset about the NIL, that transfer portal has literally gotten out of control.
It's super out of control. They got to do something about that.
The game, that's what I'm saying. The game has changed where Saban, you can say his heart is not into it, but he's so old school, he doesn't want to change with the times. He doesn't have to. He doesn't.
Yeah, he doesn't have to. And the thing is, to a certain degree, the changes that need to happen that aren't going to happen, it's just too much to have to deal with, and you shouldn't have to deal with. But the NCAA doesn't seem to want to put the controls in place that they need to, especially with the transfer portal.
I think that they're trying to draw up, you know, to better regulate it now.
Yeah, they need to.
I mean, I think it's gotten out of control.
Yeah,
but I think like now they're trying. Okay. So there was the gates go bust open that much.
So there was something in the comments about Florida State being on investigation.
Yeah,
assistant coach. I know he suspended 3 games.
They got
somebody else suspended 2 games. I just don't know exactly what the sanctions were, so I'm not going to sit here and say I know.
That's why we have a statistician.
They actually were getting guys to come. They were basically bribing guys to come and play for Florida State,
right?
Which is against the NIL, the law of NIL.
And that's something
they were directly okay. So and this is what the NCAA is trying to change now, to where the universities themselves can negotiate these NIL deals, because as it is right now, it's comes from boosters that are affiliated with the university, but not the university directly.
Right.
Florida State was busted because they were directly negotiating NIL deals.
Right. And that's something, and you know, I sit here and I'll talk all the smack I want all day against Nick Saban, but it's still respect where respect is due, and that's something Nick Saban ain't never had to do.
Yeah. And I mean, it's just like when Bo Jackson stated about Bear Bryant. Bear Bryant came to his house to see him, and literally people came and wanted to see the phone that Bear Bryant called their house on. It's the same thing like Nick Saban. When Nick Saban comes, he'll fly in to see a recruit on a helicopter, and everything stops because he's Nick Saban.
So I'm gonna throw this question out there, and we're gonna move on from one legend to another. When the times get tough, did he get going?
Yeah, it's just he's 72 years old.
He's 72.
He's 72 years old, man. I'm not gonna even speculate on that. I'm just like, the man is 72 years old. He's done everything that you could possibly ask of a person to do right now as a head coach. He deserved to leave when he was ready, and plus, he's not hurting for money.
So we know Nick Saban is retiring. We go, like I said, we go from one legend to another. Bill Parcells, holy crap.
There we
Bill
go.
Belichick.
Belly.
Belichick.
Is
Belly.
not retiring. He said he's not retiring. He said he still wants to coach.
Mm-hmm.
And I speculated, hell, we've all speculated, the Chargers being that landing spot for him. Do we anticipate that? And I got many questions. Let's start there. Let's start there with kind of Bill Belichick. His next, where's he going?
I have no clue, but there is a lot of talk, and the Chargers have been a popular destination, but like I've been seeing today that like the NFC South.
Yes.
I don't see him going to Atlanta or Carolina, but that's been the talk.
The only one I heard was Atlanta. I keep hearing Atlanta.
The Panthers.
That's what I keep hearing too.
I don't see him going from what he did in New England, this past season without a quarterback, going to a Carolina or an Atlanta and basically being in the same situation. Probably worse.
He's going to get rid of. If he go to Atlanta, it's going to be clean house city because I can guarantee you, the guy with my first name is gone. He's going to get rid of him as soon as he can.
I think that guy's gone regardless of Belichick, if I'm being honest.
And I think he'll go to whoever got the highest draft pick too, because he's real high on I think who they said Jaden Daniels, I think it is.
Jaden Daniels.
So he's trying to go somewhere where he can pick him up. And if it's to in Atlanta or Carolina, well,
Carolina don't have
Carolina. Yeah, I ain't gonna say Carolina. If he get to Atlanta and grab him,
let's stick to what we know, and what we do know is he did say first and foremost he wanted to go somewhere with a quarterback.
Right.
Okay. And that's why for me, I'm only speaking for me. That's why Justin Herbert and the Chargers was speculated highly because he's the only somewhat proven quarterback. Obviously, everything else needs to be fixed as far as health, but I think talent-wise, the Chargers are still there. They're right there.
I still think Harbaugh goes to the Chargers, man.
I think it'll be a good fit.
I don't think Harbaugh leaves Michigan.
I don't think Harbaugh leaves Michigan at this point.
I don't think he leaves Michigan.
If Harbaugh leaves Michigan, the Chargers is the logical fit for him.
Well, they've been talking Raiders with him.
Well, the Raiders has been going all out for Harbaugh.
Raiders with him.
They literally have gone all out for Harbaugh.
But I don't like Flex said. I don't see him leaving Michigan.
Yeah,
no reason.
Yeah,
I don't understand the Raiders not giving Antonio Pierce that job, man.
I don't either.
That's crazy.
Those players were running through walls for this man. Yes, they had a 5-4 record, but they were running through walls. That team did not look like the same team that Josh McDaniels was coaching.
Not even close. And my thing is, if you don't give him that job or offer him that job, what are you going to create when it's time for Devontae Adams' new contract or some of those other leaders in that locker room's contracts? They're going to roll.
Well, Devontae, they're talking about he might end up a Jet next year. I know we're talking.
They did clear number 17 for him.
They did clear number 17, so it's possible.
There's a lot of speculations. I'm gonna run through these comments really quick before I got more questions on Bill Belichick. Obviously, we already covered everything that came to the money side of the NIL and college football, et cetera, et cetera. Coaches got to recruit the high school players, then they got to recruit the NIL players. So we're assuming NIL players are separate from high school players. I think they're kind of the same, right? Again, it's me.
Oh, the top tier high school players get NIL deals, so they get NIL stuff, and then they have the high school players that's still there that's not getting the deals.
Here's an interesting comment. The sport of football is at a pivotal point right now. After wild card weekend, we got to see more coaching explosion. Reason being, for those who don't know, this year's the first year that hiring can't be done until after the division outside of the organization.
Right.
So teams can no longer go outside the organization, hire their player or their coach until the divisional playoff is done. First year's happened. Before, they can just go get whatever they want, move on. Jared Mayo got his job today officially because he's within the organization. So we want to make sure we clear all that up because we're all about clearing things up, right?
We're about clarity.
Clarity.
Yeah.
Losing Nick Saban at this point is just like when Dale Earnhardt died. I don't know why I read this one. Can they survive with a new direction? Because right now NASCAR is suffering. This is the All Sports Matters podcast. NASCAR is suffering now, but it did not suffer when Dale Earnhardt passed away. Unfortunately, the year was 2001. I'm spitballing on top of my head, a statistician. I know all sports. Now, Dale Earnhardt, his death obviously was a tragedy. It did hurt the world of sports and also NASCAR. But the reason NASCAR survived after that, because they had names. They had Jeff Gordon. They had Tony Stewart. They had Mark Martin. They had the Busch brothers. NASCAR today do not have the name recognition. You know what I'm saying? So that, unfortunately, is why NASCAR is suffering. Hey, shout out to NASCAR. All sports matters, right?
All sports do matter. You hear it.
But the good thing about Nick Saban, he's not dead. He's still at Alabama. He still has an office in the state.
They say it's speculation.
Commercials.
They say it's speculation that his wife is sick. That was another reason for his retirement.
Miss Terry is just fine. She was just
I did read that.
She was posted on Twitter about it.
I did read that. She was doing Habitat for Humanity today in Tuscaloosa. So Miss Terry is just fine. So yeah, those speculations are way false. He's not. He said himself he doesn't have any health issues. Miss Terry doesn't have any health issues. His family's great. It's just he was ready to go, and he deserves that. So
before we jump into Wild Card Weekend, again, Bill Belichick and the Patriots are parted ways. They have not retired. We want to make sure the public knows that. Bill Belichick is still looking for a job, even though he does not want to be at home. Hey, all good. Now, with that being said, is Bill Belichick the right guy to lead a team? And if so, do you have him GM, coach, just GM?
Coach. He needs to just be a coach.
I was about to say, I don't think a team is going to hire him to be the combo again. He lost that aura. You know what I'm saying? He's lost that, Big Bill aura. Like, yes, he's still a legend in the game, but he's lost that luster, I guess.
Now, Amir, you was talking about, him wanting to go somewhere where they have, decent quarterback play and stuff like that. Would Seattle not be a good fit for him?
No, Geno. No disrespect to Geno. I'm going to start this comment by saying no disrespect to Geno Smith. Geno Smith finally figured out how to play the quarterback position after 10 seasons.
Right.
Now, Seattle and their fans and the Seattle organization still doesn't trust Geno Smith to be the guy.
Right.
They're still looking to possibly even trade up to get one of these quarterbacks that's coming out this season. It's Seattle, and I was going to jump. I'm glad you said it because I was going to jump into Pete Carroll next after this, but Seattle still needs a lot more, and I'm gonna throw Dan Quinn's name in the ring for Seattle. So I figured Dan Quinn, Seattle Seahawks, perfect.
Makes too much sense, right?
Yeah. It makes
too much sense. I agree with you 100% on that one. I don't see Bill Belichick going to Seattle anyway.
No,
I don't know if Seattle would even want Bill Belichick.
Belichick needs to go somewhere where he could wear a Aloha shirt that's cut off sleeves, that's nothing but sun. He could prop his feet up. They lost. He'd be like, hey, let's talk about the beach. I think that's what needs to go sooner than later.
Belichick is going to be the all-time coach for the Pro Bowl.
Also, I'm glad you brought that up. Here's another reason why I do believe Belichick's not going anywhere. 17 wins to break the record, Don Shula's all-time winnings record in the NFL.
He's going to still coach. He's going to be
17 wins. That's 2 seasons. That's 9-8 both seasons, right? Yeah. He ain't going nowhere. He's coaching somewhere.
He's definitely going to coach again. Like that. That's not even. It's not a matter of if. It's a matter of where he's going to be.
Right.
But what team needs a Belichick? And what he brings to the table?
What team?
The NFC South. All 4 teams.
I just that's been the talk, but I think like Amir said, he's only 17
a veteran team. A veteran team needs I will even throw Tennessee in there, maybe. Like they need veteran presence. I'm telling you, Belichick is not going anywhere with just not by rookies. He is not about that right now. He's done with that.
That's what Tennessee is.
But I mean, you have 4 teams in the NFC South. All of them not rookies. You got Tampa Bay, which they was doing something with Baker Mayfield.
Tampa Bay, they're not firing Bowles.
New Orleans, if New Orleans decide they want to make a coach change,
they would already fired Dennis Allen,
which is dumb. I don't understand what's going on with them, but that's a story for another day.
Famous Winston saved Dennis Allen's job.
Atlanta has a lot of talent if they can find a quarterback. Like, they have talent there. But I don't see Belichick going there. Like Amir said, he's only 17 wins away from breaking the record. He's going to want to go somewhere where he can put some wins on the table. I think the Chargers make sense. I can't
think about it with the Chargers. Chargers and Belichick makes perfect sense together because they're not starting over. So much veteran talent there. Boza, Miller, not Miller.
Matt. He's there. I'm like, why he ain't kept that Mac?
Boza, Mac, Herbert, Keenan Allen. Even though Keenan Allen probably on the way out because of his contract, but
I think Keenan Allen he'll be back.
I'm telling you right now. The Chargers are drafting Bowers in the first round. That's it. That's all they need.
They ain't gonna get Bowers. Ain't gonna be there that long. I don't think.
Chargers?
They got their pick at 5.
Oh, they got the 5th pick. Oh yeah, that's right.
They got 5. They don't need nothing. They just can't stay. They just can't stay healthy.
Or because they need that deep threat. Your boy from LSU, Malik Neighbors.
If they can pick up Neighbors,
that's a good pickup right there. That's a good pickup right there.
A lot of speed to stretch the field.
And he
is very great pick. They need the tight end. They need the tight end too, but they also need somebody because Keenan Allen, he's not a burner. Mike Williams is not a burner. Quentin Johnston, I don't know.
Nobody knows what
early for him, but he didn't show much as a rookie. They need that burner. Who's their deep threat?
I need somebody who will stay on the field.
Quentin Johnston.
Yeah. But he won't stay on the field.
The Chargers are all about health, not talent. They're talented.
Belichick is not done coaching. I don't know who said that.
So, no, I was just about to address that. I'm not Adam Harris, sir. I don't really know you too well. Hopefully you stay with us. But, your comments ain't it. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Adam, my guy, man. Adam is my guy.
It's playoff weekend, right? Let's break down a couple of games where we get up out of here. Let's start from top to bottom. First game of the week is an intriguing one. Quietly, the Houston Texans has put together a force to be reckoned with that's playing against Joe Flacco and the Cleveland Browns, who had these two teams making the playoffs. And who you got for this weekend, Big Rob? I'm going to start with you, sir.
So,
I heard you that time.
I really think this is a great year for Houston, and I love what they're doing right now. But if they were playing any other team right now, I would go with Houston off the cuff. But the way that defense has been playing out of Cleveland and Joe Flacco has been playing, I'm going with Cleveland to pull this one out, and I think they're going to pull it out in a close one. I think it'll be. I'll go with 24-21.
Before I move on to the next guy, great pick, but I also got to throw in there that Amari Cooper is not completely healthy. He's still limping through, but he is expected to play. He is expected to play though.
And that's the thing. People forget how much of they don't forget. Amari Cooper is a route running monster. And Joe Flacco is literally playing out of his mind right now. So, and Njoku has been the best tight end since I think it was week 7 or week 6 or something like that. Since they're
Joe Flacco has been insane.
And Njoku has been insane. He is putting up insane numbers this year. So I'm still going with it.
Senor Fleck, what you got going?
I'm going Houston. I'm going with Houston. They're at home.
Yeah.
Their defense has been playing pretty good.
Yeah.
CJ Stroud has not been playing like a rookie quarterback.
Ever.
He's been playing like a vet. D'Amico Ryans, yes, Flacco has been playing good, but I think Flacco is going to come back down to earth. I think he's going to come back down to earth, and it's going to start first quarter. I think he throws the pick six first quarter, and Houston is going to ride that to a 17-10 win.
Pick six first quarter, only scored 17 points. They ain't riding nothing.
I said they're going to ride that. Did I not?
It's a bunch of 3 and outs.
17-10.
What you got?
I'm taking Houston too. I ain't trying to sleep on, Cleveland's defense, and Amari Cooper has never been forgotten except for the time that he was with Dallas. And yeah, Cleveland does have some potent weaponry out there with Njoku and everything, but Flacco, I think Flacco is just going to come up just a little bit short. D'Amico Ryans got them cats in Houston playing out of their minds. For a rookie coach and a rookie quarterback, they're doing what they need to do, and I see the Texans going into the divisional round with a win. And I'm not gonna say it's gonna be a huge win, but I do think they win by at least 10. I think it's gonna be like 27-17, 27-14, something like that.
I gotta play devil's advocate, and now I gotta literally throw out facts. Their offense has not been the same since Nico Collins been out. Houston.
Nico Collins is there.
Later, Tito.
Tank Dell. Sorry. So Tank Dell.
They're all the same term here.
The same thing that the Jaguars went through with Christian Kirk. The offense kind of shifted. Not kind of. It shifted.
Yeah, it did. Big time.
But it was also, I get it. CJ Stroud was going through his own injuries as well. They limped into this playoff spot. I think it was more bad Jaguars than good Houston. I hear your points. I think they're all great points. It can go either way. I think this game is going to be like 21-20 strip sack by Myles Garrett to end the game, while Houston is trying to get that game-winning possession at the end of the game. I think Myles Garrett does a strip sack, and that'll end the game for Cleveland. 21-20, Cleveland.
So we
agreeing. Yep, it don't happen often.
So we right down the middle.
So moving on to the Peacock game of the week.
Rick Mansfield. Rick Mansfield, you my guy, man.
That is so stupid to me.
Peacock.
That game is like strictly on Peacock.
I just got an issue before I get to anything else. I got to be at a Boyz II Men concert looking at the game on my phone.
I mean, that kind of seemed like your fault, sir.
Chacha!
You can't hear right now.
I didn't tell you
Either way,
that.
I got to figure out how to get around that to watch the game, because I think it's going to be an ugly game. Below 9 degree expected in Kansas City.
That's supposed to be negative 30. Negative 30.
It's supposed to be down to like the negative side. I knew it was on the negative side. With the
negative 30. That's what being reported.
Are looking bad going into the playoffs.
Horrible.
This game, which we expected to be the AFC Championship game going into the season, it is now a wild card game where both teams are just both teams should lose. Talk to me about Kansas City. Obviously, it's too late to fix, but do they have enough to win? And Miami, can Tua put it together and not lose the game?
Well, I think because they're playing in Kansas City, I think Kansas City pulls this game out simply because it's going to be negative 30, and coming from Miami going into those conditions is going to be a little difficult for them to play. I do know that Tyreek Hill loves playing against Kansas City, and he's looking forward to it. But I don't think Tua will have enough in him to get them over the hump. And I think Kansas City wins this game. It's going to be a lowish scoring game. It's going to be somewhere around 14-17, something like that. But I do think that Kansas City wins the game solely because of the weather, and that Miami has to travel to Kansas City for that game.
I got Miami winning.
And please don't let Taylor Swift be there.
I got Miami winning. The Chiefs players, they can't catch the ball in perfect conditions. What makes you think they're going to catch it in negative 30? You know what I
They
mean?
get-
So yeah, I got the Dolphins winning that one.
They getting one of their receivers back though.
Who?
I don't know. I saw it earlier this week.
I'm saying, who are you talking about? The Chiefs or the Dolphins?
Chiefs.
McCall Hardman.
Is it Hardman?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. I thought it was somebody else.
Because I know right now Waddle and Mostert are questionable, but it's possible that they could play.
I think Mostert plays, but not Waddle.
I got the Dolphins winning 28-10.
I agree with Fleck because I'm like, sorry, the wide receivers for Kansas City can't catch pneumonia standing in ice water. So I'm sorry. I'm going with Miami, and yeah, Tua's gonna probably have some difficulty throwing the ball, but I think Mostert suits up, and I think Waddle is going to be on the field because one thing about Jalen Waddle, he will try to suck it up in a game if he can. If they allow him to get on the field, I think he's going to get on there and he'll make some decent plays. It's going to be a close one. I don't think it's going to be very high scoring. I think it ends up coming down to like maybe a 2-point conversion. 20. I'll say it's going to be like 20-22.
Oh, all right. Waddle, I think Waddle will get on the field, but Rob, you've been in the medical field, and before you move on real quick, Amir, doesn't that weather like that kind of cause your injuries to flare up and get worse?
Not if you go to the University of Alabama.
Hey, no, because remember, Waddle had a similar injury in the year he came out for the pros. And we had to put him on the shelf until the championship game, unfortunately. But this one isn't as bad, apparently, as it was when he was at the University of Alabama. It's a high ankle sprain. So in that cold weather, he's gonna need that Toradol shot. He's gonna need that. He's gonna need that good bed.
I don't see Waddle playing. I think the run game does dominate tomorrow night. Waddle Achane versus Pacheco. Pacheco runs like an angry little midget.
He does. So mad.
Man, he's mad.
He's like he punched through the walls. He's like an angry, short little Kool-Aid man.
I am going to leave it up to the experience of Patrick Mahomes versus Tua. And I got this game like 17-14, so low. If the weather is that bad, I still got the Chiefs winning, pulling it out. But it's gonna be ugly. This game is gonna be ugly. It's gonna be nasty. It's gonna be one of those like, what are we watching?
Yeah.
2-2 again.
So yeah, we're gonna wake up to Sunday. Hey, speaking of Sunday morning, we got a radio show. The All Sports Matter radio show on Vibe 95, www.vibe95station.com, and or the Parlay Period app. As we break down this, but even further.
I don't know why that wasn't running. Our production guys need to get better.
Listen to us Sunday mornings.
Did we ever figure out what we're gonna call our listeners on the radio show?
We're gonna put out a poll and have them vote for it.
Yeah, they need to do that because I'm like, son, what are we gonna name our listeners?
ASMers of the 595ers. I don't know.
We can bundle them.
We're gonna bundle.
My suggestion got rejected.
Either way,
we're not calling nobody ask nothing.
So Sunday morning, 1:00 game, the 1 Eastern, 12:00 Central game has the Pittsburgh Steelers traveling right now to Buffalo, but they might move to Cleveland as we speak. They might move the game, considering extreme weather.
I know Buffalo just hired some snow shovelers.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. I was just making an
anecdote. Getting into the stadium right now is impossible. Right now,
they're asking the fans to come volunteer to shovel snow.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
So they're looking to move the game to Cleveland. So it's very possible this game is played at Cleveland, and that's the case. Pittsburgh has the home field advantage. I don't care what anybody say.
Yeah,
I don't care. I don't care where they play. I don't care if they was playing in Pittsburgh. Buffalo's winning that game. I got Buffalo win that game no matter where they play.
Mason Rudolph is playing like the second coming of Joe Flacco. Just want to throw that out there.
All right, so Buffalo go win.
No,
hopefully Mason Rudolph don't get a helmet swung at him.
Hey, as soon as you mentioned Mason Rudolph, They ain't winning that game.
Oh Jesus!
It's not
TJ
happening.
Watt out. That's the big thing for me. TJ Watt.
TJ Watt is not going.
TJ Watt is out.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the biggest thing for me.
So
Yeah.
That's why I said no matter what, Buffalo's winning. No matter what.
Alice said he about to get back in your top 10.
I got Buffalo winning that game.
But if I'm being honest, a running quarterback like Josh Allen actually takes away from TJ Watt. If you just run the opposite direction anyway, you move the plays the other way. Josh Allen, this game's going to come down to Josh Allen. No knock on your, no knock on that. Losing, obviously, TJ Watt is a huge deal. I'm not saying it ain't. But it's going to come down to, is Josh Allen going to play like top 10 Josh Allen or not so top 10 Josh Allen? Well, the Bills can only go as far as they go. They're losing Gabe Davis. He's out.
He's going
to be out there. That's his security blanket.
He's out.
For some reason, he cannot see Stephon Diggs this year. I don't know what's going on there.
Kincaid is back, right?
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I don't trust Buffalo. I don't trust Buffalo.
Kincaid
has been back.
Hasn't been out for a while.
Well, Josh Allen played like not top 10 Josh Allen last week, so that means this week
that was more Patriots.
Bounce back, right?
That was more Patriots. I think they'll win. I think the Bills will win ugly, like 13-10, some crap like that. But they're going to need more than that to advance further, and they don't have it. The Bills don't have it.
But we're only talking about this weekend.
I know. That's why I said 13-10.
I know. It don't matter what they do after that. We're talking about this week.
This weekend. Yeah. So this weekend,
no matter what, they're gonna beat Pittsburgh no matter what.
They go beat Pittsburgh this week.
I wouldn't say no matter what.
Yeah, Pittsburgh.
I know you would say I'm saying no matter what.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's not winning this game. No, I think they've had a good run this season, and I think it's about to end. So
this is where it's gonna end, right?
Yeah.
Are you guys saying that because you're Ravens and Titans fans? You don't like the Steelers, or
you know I hate Buffalo. You know this. I made no qualms about how much I
hate Buffalo fans. It's a different.
Why do you hate Buffalo?
Okay, therefore I hate their fan base.
Look, I take it one.
I hate the team if I hate the fan base.
If you're in the AFC, I don't like you.
It's coming from the number one seeded Ravens, y'all. Number one seeded Ravens.
Baltimore.
He want all y'all shirts.
We will get to the Ravens next week when they're playing the Steelers in the second round.
But I mean,
because that's the only way they're going to be playing Baltimore. That's the only way they're going to play Baltimore is on Madden.
And I hate that.
We're going to move on to the afternoon game, 4:00. Has the usually one and done Dallas Cowboys. Usually, they haven't been that way. They look good. Playing against the Green Bay Packers, the youngest team to ever enter the playoffs. Does Jordan Love and the Packers have enough, or the Cowboys is going to be a mudslide?
I wanted to see the Packers make it deep into the playoffs, but I don't see them making it past the Cowboys of Dallas in Jerry's world. They riding a superficial high right now, and they thinking they going to the Super Bowl. As you saw, Derek came up in here saying, they win one or two quick games, and then they go in the Super Bowl. So they're gonna be on a crazy high this week, and unfortunately, Jordan Love, you got to feel the wrath of that. So I think Dallas wins it. And it's gonna be one of those lopsided victories. No, you know what? No, it's not. It's gonna be close. I think it'll be somewhere like 27-24 or something like that. But Dallas will win that game.
I'm gonna say this. I'm not overlooking anything with Green Bay right now because Jordan Love in the second half of the season threw 16 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Ooh.
That young man has
come for the statistician job.
Greatly. Literally in the second half of the season. And so I'm just going to say this. Dallas, I know it's a home game and I get it, but Dallas might want to brace themselves. Their coach, Green Bay's coach, is a hell of a doggone coach, and he game plans extremely well. And I know Mike McCarthy is a veteran, but I just got a feeling that Dallas is going to be in a dogfight, and I'm going to go with Green Bay for the upset.
Ooh, Mike McCarthy looking at greener pastures too. So
I'm going with Green Bay for the upset in a close one, 21-20.
Fleck?
Dallas is what they're undefeated at home this year.
They're undefeated at home.
And I think that's going to continue. I got them winning 34-24 in Dallas. What Green Bay has done this year has been remarkable, you know what I'm saying, considering how young they are across all the important positions. Jordan Love has taken the next step toward his ascent to be a franchise quarterback. But it ends in Dallas. Or more specifically, it ends in Arlington. 34-24.
They do play in Arlington. They moved from Irving to Arlington. And yeah, they're called the Dallas Cowboys. But if I say that, which is a fact, I'm a hater. Either way. No, I got the Cowboys as well. One, they're at home. Two, Green Bay's defense is not. It hasn't been there. You know, the Green Bay has won their games 30-something to 20-something, 30-something to 30-something. Dallas defense is not going to be that. Dallas defense, they do give up the big plays, but they shut down the majority of the plays. I got the Cowboys defense dominating this with 31-10. I think they hit Jordan Love in the mouth early, pick 6. You know, and
heard that before.
Yeah, but I'm also going to go. They're going to score 31 and not just 13 or something like you said. But yeah, like you said, the defense is just too stout. It'll be like a Michigan, game where you said the defense was stout, and I got the same thing. Dallas at home and at defense. It's not going to matter till they get a good system. The 49ers, Detroit, those guys. If they play those guys, it's going to be different. But Green Bay just happy they got there. Great season, great learning curve, great thing. Cool. The drama has led to Sunday night, where Matthew Stafford returns to Detroit. The prodigal son has returned. Matthew Stafford and the Rams versus the Detroit Lions. Everybody's bypassing the fact that Jared Goff, they were traded for each other. You notice all the headlines don't say that. They just say Matthew Stafford returning. Matthew Stafford returning. Hello, Jared Goff was part of that trade. And
the early ones was saying, they going against each other. They were traded for each other, but then they stopped all that.
Yeah, I'm like, everything's about Matthew Stafford. I'm like, wait a minute, Goff got a little chip on his shoulder, maybe.
Yeah, but the bigger thing is Matt Stafford coming back to Detroit. So I mean, I understand. I understand what you're saying, but I understand, them building that headline the way that they're building it. Saying all that to say this, Laporta, he's questionable, which I don't understand why Detroit was playing their starters anyway that deep into the game last week.
Brown almost got hurt in that game too. I'm like, what are you doing?
So dumb.
Khalif Raymond got hurt in that game. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like did you say Brian Branch? Because he got hurt in that game. You know what I mean? So like they were playing players unnecessarily. The Rams have been playing some pretty good ball here these past few weeks. I got them going into Detroit and upsetting the Lions. I got them winning 28-24.
Ooh.
I literally want to say that Detroit is going to pull this out. But like we talked about, they unnecessarily were playing players last week deep into the game for no reason whatsoever. Like, why are they still on the field? So now you have a hurt Laporta, you got a hurt Branch, you have a whole bunch of players that are injured now that were healthy going into that game. And now you're playing a team that's on fire, been on fire for the second half of the season.
And they rested their starters last week.
And they did what you're supposed to, except for Puka.
Mm-hmm.
And made sure Puka
made sure he got them records.
Sean McVay was immediately a Puka.
Second, he got that record. Sean McVay was like, out.
Yeah, get him on that bench. I love it.
So that's literally should have been the plan for Detroit as well. I think the Rams go into Detroit and they put on a showcase. I think Matt Stafford puts up incredible numbers. I have them winning that game 35-21.
Ooh. Well, I also have the Rams winning, and I have them putting up monster numbers. Kyron Williams go have 2 touchdowns. Matt Stafford go throw for 4 touchdowns. I have them winning. I think they go score 40. I think it's gonna be.
That's a great fantasy day.
It is.
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna be like 42 to 20, somewhere in there. They go put up some monster numbers going into Detroit, and Jared Goff is gonna take a few steps back. He go throw his Jared Goff picks. He go do how he used to do when he was a LA Ram. So I think that's what's gonna happen. The Rams will go win, and it's gonna be in impressive fashion.
I got a 28-17 Rams. I will complete the cycle here. I think it's more Rams than it's not bad golf. I just think there's gonna be a lot of 3 and outs, a lot of complete passes. I don't think they're gonna throw the pick like he said. Aaron Donald is a guy that's gonna have to. It's gonna be in his face.
Another one.
Often, early and often.
Lions losing Laporta is huge. People don't seem to think in a kind of an irrelevant game. They did play their starters, and Dan Campbell, their coach, is so prideful. He's going to lose the game like he lost to Dallas. And 28-17, I think it's not bad Lions. It's just going to be better. It's going to be better Rams. So I got a 28-17. And one more game to wrap up Wild Card Weekend, Monday Night Football. The depleted Philadelphia Eagles are playing against Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Let's start with the Eagles. Who would have thought they would be sinking so low as they are now?
Me, I would have thought it. I would have thought that.
Take the rings.
I would have thought that they've been broken. They played most of the season hurt, so you can't say that they've been broken, but they played most of the season hurt. Nobody could have thought they was going to end the season 1-5 like they did. I kind of had a sense that they was going to go downhill, but not as bad as they did and as fast as they did. And I think they continue to slide. They at this point they're just trying to end out the season and not have any more casualties on their hands. And I feel like Baker Mayfield is going to give him the business at home in Tampa, and he's going to go ahead and send him home. And I think that this is just not their year. They made it to the playoffs, so they're not one of those teams who made it to the Super Bowl and then didn't make the playoffs. But that's as far as they go is Wild Card Weekend, and they go ahead and sit it down.
So I'm still trying. I just don't like the way they do the playoff seedings and have the NFC South hosting a home game when they literally have one of the most putrid records in the playoffs. Like, how are you hosting a home game? But that's neither here nor there.
Regular season has to count for something.
They're division winner.
I mean, they won the division.
And I get it. They won their division.
Otherwise, they sweep them all into one lone conference.
I get it. But their conference is putrid.
It is.
And let's just be honest. That NFC South is a disgusting piece of beast. But again, like you said, they won their conference. There's a lot of injuries right now for the Philadelphia Eagles. They've been sliding. They got a lot of infighting in the locker room. AJ Brown is still hurt, right? Because I know he got hurt last game.
That's what they're saying. So, he's still playing, but they saying he hurt.
I think he's going to be hurt. He's going to be on the field, but he's hurt. Devontae Smith is hurt. They got. I think Slate just came back, but I don't think he's 100%. They're not.
Just came back,
and they're not using Swift the way they should use Swift. And this ain't the game that they're going to be able to use him, because that Tampa defense is disgusting. They're insane. They get to the ball with reckless aggression. So I have Philly bowing out early in the playoffs. I don't think they pull it off in Tampa. I think they end up losing. I don't think it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be close. I got I got Tampa winning 28-14.
So I just got word that AJ Brown is out. Devontae
change
Smith
that.
playing, but AJ Brown is out.
I changed my my prediction. I have them losing 35 to 10. My bad. Let's continue. Just that's a game changer. Let's go ahead and let's up the
They
ante.
lost 2 touchdowns in a matter of 2 seconds.
Right.
Thank you for that update, Mr. Keith Davis. Thank you.
Yeah, let's go ahead and move that. Let's push that number a little bit further up. I think Mike Evans and Godwin, I think they go completely ham. Yeah, it's gonna get real ugly real quick, and yeah.
That is hilarious. That is hilarious. I think Philly finds a way to win this game. I don't think they go very far in the playoffs, but I think they find a way to win this game. It's going to be an ugly game, but I think they find a way to win this one. I got Philly winning 13-10. It's going to be ugly.
Yeah.
I need Philly to win. Reason being, because if the Bucks win and the Rams win as we predicted, that means the Cowboys play the Rams, then Niners play the Bucks, and I need the second round to be as tough for the Cowboys as possible. That being said,
let me say this right now: nobody want to play the Rams right now. I don't care who you are. You don't want no parts of the Rams right now. The Rams are on a whole nother level right now. We're not talking about you, Jim. You don't count. But anybody else other than that, and you ain't got to worry about that because they got to get through some other people before they get to y'all. So, but the Rams are not who you want right now.
I'm definitely not counting my eggs though.
I just want the Cowboys to go on the road. That's all I wanted. I don't care. You know, as long as they're at home, the Cowboys are almost unbeatable. Almost unbeatable.
And the fans.
They should have lost to Detroit, but that was Detroit's fault. You know, how do you
that was the
call yourself in, and then you line up the referee's fault.
That coupled with some poor officiating, but
that was the referee's fault.
My feed froze here.
No, you still
live.
live
I'm just saying, like, how do you check yourself to be eligible and then don't line up on the outside? You're supposed to line up on the outside, not on the inside.
Both of them, both
and that's where they messed up. People not talking about that.
Literally said they were eligible. Both players reported eligible,
and then got covered up.
No. Only one reported, but they all went over there to the ref to try to confuse the defense.
And they confused the ref, and then he was still covered up. So it don't matter. Derek, that's not America's team. America voted a long time ago and said they want the Cowboys to go to the CFL. Shut up.
Okay,
I thought they said that. I thought they said Patriots were America's team.
That's they on my side too, on my page too.
I don't see anything.
Yeah, I didn't see nothing either. Okay.
Yeah, it was on my side.
Amir froze.
Yeah, he is. But
what is he
so, yeah, I don't know what's happening with him right now.
We're at the end anyway, so
we'll come back to him in a second. But yeah, what were we talking about?
We were talking about the final game on Monday, but we can.
And because we had just finished talking about the other stuff. But yeah, my brother told me I'm a hater and I'm a liar because I said that the Cowboys was gonna lose. That's what the Cowboys do. They think they gonna win, and the Cowboys fans say they gonna win the Super Bowl, and then they lose. But so that's our picks for this week. Y'all heard them right here. I know some of y'all don't agree with them. It's all good. Like people saying thank you for picking the Eagles because you're the only one on the panel to pick the Eagles. So from them to you, thank you.
I think Amir picked them too.
Amir said he needed the Eagles to win, but he didn't actually put in his pick.
Let's see. Let me get him on the phone real quick.
All right, you do that. And while you're doing that, is a couple of other things that we kind of skipped over or touched on a little bit. Jalen the Bauer, did we talk about him going to Bama?
Yeah, we talked about that earlier. Yeah, we talked about that earlier.
This week.
Okay.
Philly and Tampa.
We haven't talked no NBA yet though.
Yes.
Hold on, Rob. I got Amir on the phone. Who you got?
No, take your time. Take your time.
You're breaking up. Shitty weather right now.
Who do you have? Philly and Tampa. You're on speaker. And he hung up. Okay, he said Philly.
He said he had terrible. He said he had terrible weather.
Yeah,
I paraphrase it because
difficulties.
right.
Even with his phone, but he picked Philly.
All right, he picked Philly. Okay, so 2-2, but we all know that Philly gonna lose. A couple of quick other things that's going on in the NBA. Kawhi Leonard agreed to a new contract extension with the Clippers for 3 years, $153 million. And they're actually working on Paul George too. But he had an interesting clause in that contract, didn't he? Where he get like a 20% bump if he get traded.
If he gets traded, yep, he gets a 20% bump up in pay if they were to trade him anywhere.
It's pretty dope.
I guess. I guess.
I don't know how. I don't know the specifics of it or how they gonna make it happen, but you know, get that money.
You know, that's what the NBA does.
John Marshall, I don't know what Blake is, but okay, we'll go with that.
No, I know what that is.
I know what it is, but still.
Yeah, we'll leave it there.
We talked about Jared Mayo being the new Patriots head coach for a second.
Good hire. That's a really good hire. I think he's going to do really well in that position.
Yeah, we know the Commanders still looking for a coach, although they did just hire the new GM today. What? We have to report the news, sir. See, this is why. This is why, Rob. This is why you don't talk to people from that support Florida in the Tennessee Titans, because they just can't be right. They just can't be right. Lord.
You're going for the medulla. You're going for the medulla oblongata.
And Tara how you say her name? Van Devere? How you say that? Say that right.
You ain't gonna get me to mess up my college credit hours. No, you're not. I'm not doing that.
I got a whole bunch of college credit hours, and I messed it all the way up. That's what it looked like from reading it. Van Devere. Van Devere. That's what I said. I said it. She got her.
You said say I said it.
She just got her 1200th win. That's amazing.
That's pretty spectacular.
Hey, she's only 3 off from the all-time record held by
Pat Summit.
Huh?
Huh?
Coach K.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, I was about to say Pat Summerall though. That's even more crazy.
I wouldn't say Pat Summerall.
She's second in all-time win, men or women.
Oh well, that's even more amazing.
And she's probably now she ain't broke it yet, but because that was Tuesday, I think.
Yeah, it just happened a couple of days ago. So hey, let's go. I love it. Well, that's all I got. Rob, what you got for the folks?
So I ain't gonna go too deep into it. So, you know, we've had various players win MVP in the Super Bowl, and they played different type positions, ranging from linebacker to running back to quarterback. But there's one position that has never won an MVP. They have never had a player win MVP, and not an offensive lineman.
Punter.
What is that position?
Kicker.
Punter.
Kicker won already, not a punter though, and we're not talking about punter either. They don't, nobody respects a punter. Nobody respects a punter.
So skill position. Talk about skill.
League MVP.
Oh, skill position. Skill position.
Are we talking about league MVP?
NFL MVP of the Super Bowl.
Tight end.
Safety.
He just said it. There's never been a tight end that has ever won Super Bowl MVP, and which you would think somebody would have won, with Kelsey being there or whatnot.
How long you got Mahomes?
But you got Mahomes, exactly.
Mahomes out there being the magic man. Kelsey ain't about to win nothing.
Yeah. And another little fun fact, like you knew I was gonna have to give the GOAT some props. How many first round picks does Nick Saban have compared to
49?
49 first round picks compared to how many losses?
26.
I need Nick Saban tested for HGH and steroids.
And so anybody who wants to question, the GOATness of Nick Saban, go argue with a wall.
So as much crap as we talk about Alabama, and you know how I feel about Alabama,
Yeah.
you will never hear me not say that he's not the GOAT.
Right.
Yeah.
You'll never not say that.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm still talking crap about Alabama.
I'm gonna still say he cheated.
I still give him his props. Though. He's the GOAT.
I'm gonna still say he cheated, but he the GOAT.
He's been a blessing, and I
I'm
all the years he gave to Alabama. So
I'm gonna ask you this question, Rob. What two great coaches, both coached at the same time on the same sideline for the Cleveland Browns years ago?
Bill Belichick and Nick Saban.
Yeah.
Don't. I said Rob first of all.
Yeah, they coach
like
with the Browns.
Right.
They coach on the Cleveland Browns. You already knew. I knew that. Come on now, stop it. And they were on the coaching staff with
Parcells. The Cleveland Browns still ain't amount to nothing. This fool said, "Fun fact: Tony Romo the GOAT." Y'all know who said that, right?
Go to what? Goat shit.
Y'all know who said that, right?
Who?
I swear, my brother crazy.
What's your brother?
My brother
I
crazy.
swear I love your brother, but he's childish. He is so childish. Look, I love your brother to death, but he is so childish. Good God,
You crazy as hell. You don't make no sense.
Tell him
Like we got a fun fact for us?
No, I'm hungry.
Oh, and all you wonderful people out there, if you like bourbon, Redemption, get to it. It's pretty amazing, and it makes great old fashions.
Oh, there you go. The old fashioned. Love that old fashioned. I tell you that now. But since we have reached the end of our episode, because we started a little earlier today, we thank y'all for joining us early. Y'all see we got new digs in on us this week and last week because I wasn't here. The fellas jumped on with the new digs.
Coming soon. Merch is coming soon.
Merch coming out real good.
Soon. Be on the lookout for that.
Let's get it. We also go put up a bracket in the All Sports Matter, and you can win some free merch with the bracket. No, it ain't, because the games is tomorrow. It ain't too late, and people can always do brackets. Don't matter.
NCAA.
Do your bracket
at the beginning of the week.
Firstly, sir. Firstly, you could have did it.
I don't have social media, so no.
Exactly. So Hirsch. So just Hirsch it. It'll be up there tonight. Y'all can do a bracket, and we can try to get
do a bracket. You can do a bracket this year for NCAA.
You'll get you some merch, some free merch with that. But as we going out, somebody said language. Rob, language.
Hey, he said a bad word. That's me. Yeah, I said it.
Oh, I'm about to say I didn't say nothing.
Amir said language. Rob.
Hey, guess what? I did. And I'm saying
he can't even come in here and chat where everybody else is chatting.
He on my page. He on my page. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna relay it to y'all. But either way, as we jumping out of here, because people getting hungry and hangry. Remember to check us out on Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time on the All Sports Matter radio show on Vibe95station.com, or you can listen to it on the Parlay app. And if Mira was here, he'll tell you can listen to it on Amazon too, but I can't think of what he tells you.
You're right though.
No, it's right there, but it's something that you can go to the Amazon Alexa. You can go to Alexa and do some stuff. But
y'all set my house off.
Yeah, we ain't gonna say it.
She light up like I'm listening.
See, she always listening. That's how she know what to order you. That's ridiculous.
Before we leave, Roll Tide and follow the damn flock. I told you I was gonna say another bad word.
I hate you so much. But we'll see y'all in the Super Bowl. Let's get it. While we out of here, some people like football, basketball, and baseball, and as we see in today, others like NASCAR, hockey, and volleyball. But here, all sports matter.
Peace out.
Hey, y'all be easy.